Again, to me, number 9 to me is kind of the how-to paragraph. It says, today we learn to think of gratitude in place of anger, malice, and revenge. So when anger, malice, and revenge come into our minds, we don't say, I'm grateful for the anger, malice, and revenge. It doesn't talk about being grateful for those things, because it says don't look at something and say, oh, I'm grateful for suffering. That makes absolutely no sense. What I am grateful for is that this anger, malice, gratitude, just as somebody offering me a loving extension gives me an opportunity to be grateful, to offer love. That's all we're asked to do. If we refuse to recognize gratitude, love in the face of any of these, we are not entitled to be bitter, it says. We're not entitled to get upset about all the mean stuff everybody's doing to us, all the mean stuff that's going on in our lives, and to a self-perception that regards us in a place where basically merciless pursuit, where we are badgered ceaselessly and pushed about without a thought or care for us or for our future. Boy, have you ever felt that way? Put upon, diminished because of this or that, because of Obamacare, because of political parties in office, because of the economy, what happened in 2008, the economy, all the, everything. We have so many reasons we can be upset, because I was born into this family, because I was unfairly treated when I was a kid, because of I married so-and-so, because I divorced so-and-so, because I remarried so-and-so, because I'm living with my ex-wife, right, Ken? Lots of reasons. Just throwing them out there. Okay. But these are the things that we kind of get caught into. Gratitude, it says, becomes the single thought. Look at that. Gratitude becomes a single thought we substitute for these insane perceptions. These insane perceptions. God has cared for us and calls us his son, his child. Can there be more than this? So if he has called everyone in this, then with all the differences of problems in our lives, the saving grace is there's one solution. That's what the Course keeps saying, is there's not a solution for this and a solution for that and a solution for this and a solution for that. There's not a bunch of different solutions for all the problems of the world. There is only one. And in this lesson, it talks about gratitude. But why does it talk about gratitude? Because gratitude is an aspect of love. So if I can look at this and not feel put upon, but look at this and recognize that I am grateful for the fact that God is with me now and being able to answer this circumstance or situation and recognize love in this circumstance or situation, because that is my gift. By giving it, I receive it. We're home. We experience the holy instant, Paul. We experience the miracle. We're the ones that are blessed because of it. It's not up to us to always have to do the doing. We're grateful to do the doing because we're the ones that get the gift, the blessing. Does that make sense? It's probably going, well, I don't know about that one. Do I have to keep doing? Our gratitude will pave the way to God and shorten our learning time by more than you could ever dream of. See what that's saying? That's that you get these little instances in the Course a lot too, where it says you're going to shorten your learning time by doing this. But the point of the whole Course is that you're going to have to look at stuff. And you're not going to be able to compromise or hide behind, oh, I don't want to do that today. Well, if you don't want to, you're insane because you're stuck in prison. So just so you know, it's kind of like, oh, okay. I'm kind of insane and I'm stuck in prison. Do I want to stay there or do I want another way? So the Course is always saying we can shorten it or you can stay in your suffering and in your pain. Now you go, well, I don't think it's pain and suffering. That's only because you've gotten used to pain and suffering. What do they say? If you put a frog in a pot of water and you start to boil, it'll just sit there because it just gets so used to the hot. It cook and it'll sit there. It won't even jump out. It'll just die. Is that what we are? Are we sitting in a pot of water on the stove and the pot's cooking and we're just going to put up with it? That's where we sit. Or are we going to say, there's a better way. I don't want to stay in this anymore. I can choose another way. And love can be the way that I walk in gratitude. I can let that lead the way for me. Gratitude then goes hand in hand, as it says, with love. Where one is, the other one must be found. For gratitude is but as it says here, an aspect of love, which is the source of all creation. And that's what we've talked about. The Course is always saying, there is only love. If there could be an opposite to what was all-encompassing, which is love, that would be fear. But as it says, what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. So love is really all there is. When we can recognize that and stop giving value to what has no power in our lives, then we begin to declare our power. We begin to live from our power. And it's really time for us to live from that power. For gratitude is but an aspect of love, which is the source of all creation. God gives thanks to you, his children, for being what you are, his own completion, and the source of love along with him. So what are we? We are the completion of God. That's pretty powerful. We are the source of love along with him. We, us. If we're not accepting or experiencing our process, we're not fulfilling our function. Your gratitude to him is one with his to you. So he is as grateful to us as we are to him. For love can walk no road except the way of gratitude. And thus we go who walk the way to God. So it is time for us to walk together in that awareness.